Good morning. Talking of goals and on how to stay motivated and inspired while you are on the journey to achieve your goals. What I have learned on my journey of studying and reading about successful people is when you set up your goals and you want to achieve them, you start your journey to achieve them, and rejections, adversities, failures, they keep popping up on your journey, and we get disheartened and frustrated at the very first rejection or the adversity. It affects the speed with which you had planned to achieve the goals. They get delayed. In many of the cases, the worst case is you just give up on them and you say, hell with it, and I will start with whatever comes up. You just give up on your dreams, on your goals. My study of the successful people for over a decade now says there are few factors which play an important role in this. Number one, to start with, the number one factor which is very important to reach to the level of your goals and achieve them, you should be in a state of positive mind, positivity. That's what you need. You should be in a state of positivity all the time. Once you have that atmosphere of positivity around you, the first thing which plays an important role is the tracking of the time you have planned to achieve the goals. Let's say you have a goal and you have planned it that in next 2 years I want to do this. This is my goal. I want to achieve this. I want to be this. I want to study this. Whatever is the goal for you, and you set up a plan for the time, and you think of the execution on that. When you are on execution of that, there has to be a plan in terms of time. Very important. The daily execution will be you might have an Excel sheet, a timer, a planner, maybe a simple diary where you will be journaling what you will do. You should be able to measure the timeline to reach up to those 2 years. So, the tracking of your time is an important resource, which is very important to keep you motivated. Once you are on that tracking of the time, you will feel that it keeps you in the state of motivation as you are moving forward and killing those timeline goals which you have set up for yourself. So have the positive mindset and you're tracking your time. The second thing, which is very important towards your goal settings and achievement, is it's always good to know what you have to do. The what is very important. The strategy. Strategize. But the more important is to be able to know and decide what not to do. Distractions will come up and they come up so, and if you are like all the successful people, they are able to say no to few things to get the bigger yes. You might have a temporary thing which might feel very attractive to you, but it doesn't align to your big goal. You should be in a position to say no to that temporary attraction which has just popped up on the way towards your big goal. Very important. So that's number two. The distraction, temporary, which comes up, you have to work with that. Number three, While we are on the path towards reaching our goals, you will see that the devil of procrastination will come up. We all have the procrastination factor. I will do it tomorrow. I will do it next week. We have to be in a position to understand what causes the procrastination in us while we delay the task, while we postpone the execution. Let's say, let's take an example. You have a party of at a friend's place or somebody's birthday has come up and you have not been able to plan it. You just say, okay, I'll do it tomorrow. Or you just do not feel like doing the thing which you have to do towards achievement of your big goals. It happens all the time. Procrastination is the biggest enemy of the progress. It is your time thief, I'll say. It takes your time and you get distracted. What are the triggers that lead you to procrastination? You should be in a position to understand that what are the triggers you have for the procrastination, and then try to be able to tackle with those triggers intentionally. You might need somebody, maybe your spouse, your friend, your family member, with whom you could do the accountability for that. This is the trigger, and you are not doing that. You are trying to manage that, right? That's very important. Number four, there are some set of game changers which are needed for you to give you that big leap, I would say, the big goal towards your big goal, the big jump. These are the big decisions while you are on the journey to achieve your goals. These are the big decisions which you have to execute, implement them. You should be in a position to know that this is the big thing I will do so that I can get the results towards my major goal. This is very important. Then the next important thing is the focus. You have to really get real about the focus part and the distractions, the two sides of the coin. There will be distractions all the time on the journey. They will keep coming up, and your focus has to be there. Today, we have distractions all the time, everywhere. Social media, mails, notifications constantly keep coming up, and they always disturb you in cultivating that focus. So, there has to be a discipline around this. It's like if you have put that particular goal set up for you, you have to allocate blocks of time for them, no matter how long they are and how short they are. But you have to do that. Those blocks of time which you have set up achieving your goals, they have to be without distraction. So that's another important factor. So once you are without distraction and you have removed the hindrances from your mindset and you're in a positive state, you get into the state of flow. That's where you get into. The state of flow is one of the most important things after positivity, which is vital for you to keep moving forward towards your big, audacious goals. Number six, another important factor for getting towards achievement of your goals is to be in a position to preempt the things that stand in your way. There will always be certain barriers, mental contrast, things. You have to be in a position to do that. and know that this is the thing which can hinder you from achieving your goals. Visualize that in advance so that when that happens, it will not be a surprise for you and you'll be prepared very well in advance for that. Number seven, be in a position to say no confidently. It can be sometimes uncomfortable. I understand that. It is a skill that has to be mastered to stay focused on your goals. You have to be. It gives you the priorities which you need at that point of time once you are having those goals in your vision. You have to say no for your bigger yes. Number eight, the next factor, what I have learned and seen through my experiences, what in general everybody faces, very common. It's called the planning fallacy. You underestimate the time and the resources required to complete a task. You say, I can do that. This I'll accomplish in 1 year. But there is a planning fallacy in achieving those goals. You can get caught up in the excitement and in the optimism. That's fine. Optimism is good, not a bad thing. But be mindful of the pitfalls also that can come up while you're planning. We call it the planning fallacy. So be aware of that. And how do you do that? The question, obvious. How do you fight against and plan your work again around the planning fallacy? You have a plan. You add some buffer time to your estimates. Be realistic about them. That's one of the things how you work and keep an account of the planning fallacy. You give the time for the planning fallacy in your roadmap. Be realistic about the challenges that may arise while you are onto the journey towards achieving your goals. Embrace flexibility, adaptability in your plans, and remember unexpected circumstances are a part of the journey. They can come up. So don't say that, oh, it was not expected. You have to keep that into your account. It's always better to overestimate and exceed expectations than to underestimate and fall short. So be aware of the planning fallacy. So, moving forward, you have the goals, you have the path you have the timeline set up for achieving your goal, you are in a state of positivity and you are in a state of flow and trying to, and you have worked on your triggers for the procrastination. So you have all the things in place towards your goal achievement. You have overlooked planning fallacy as well, and which we just now discussed. Let's say your goal is to be the leading multimillionaire entrepreneur of the world fame. That's your goal. The goal is huge, and if you are getting rejections, this might become overwhelming for you. It's time to take the game changer actions into micro actions. Your large goals can sometimes be overwhelming, and this overwhelming gives you procrastination to not do the thing, or you'll do it later. To combat this, what you can do is to break down the actions into smaller, manageable micro actions. As you go along the path towards your big major goal of becoming a multi-millionaire. If your goal is to become the president of the country, you want to become next Elon Musk, the next Ratan Tata, the next Richard Branson, whatever is your goal. You have fixed up that goal for you. You want to be the next social entrepreneur who wants to open chain of colleges for the future generation, hospitals, charities, whatever it is. They could be any. The goals are yours, but they have to be manageable. The moment you have them broken into micro achievable targets, leading you towards your bigger goal, your victories, they become imminent. You can see the victories, you can feel the victories, and you feel the victories as they come across, and that boosts your overall energies and removing the frustrations from you, removing the procrastination from you. It gives you a boost to move forward. It keeps you in the flow all the time. So, very important now, once you have all these pillars worked out, what you need is surround yourself with a great support squad, I would say. You should be having to achieve the goals. It's never a solo journey. You have to surround yourself with the like minded individuals who will share your vision, who will be support to you. Look for the mentors in your industry, what you're looking for. Go for the mentorship. Learn from them. It could be accountability partners. It could be a supportive friend who will uplift you, inspire you. It could be a family member, but it has to be a squad which will take you forward towards your goals. The path to achieving goals is challenging, and you need a lot of determination for this to happen and a supportive community around you. If you have that around you, it will keep you motivated to achieve your goals and you will stay inspired as ever.